The great bard William Shakespeare wrote, "A jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one." This quote kept leaping to mind as I read Jason Schmetzer's book, Blood Will Tell. The story centers on Denai Liao Centrella, a young military commander in the 2nd McLaren's Armored Cavalry. Though the story takes us to multiple planets, dives into the intricacies of internal Liao politics and international relations, this is undeniably Denai's tale. Coming from an extremely privileged background as the daughter of Chancellor Dao Shen Liao and Ilsa Centrella, Denai still faced challenges being raised by her extended family to be a part of the Liao ruling caste. Much like her cousin Kai Allard Liao, Denai rebelled and sought to make her own destiny as a gladiatrix on Solaris 7. It seems that Kai saw something in his cousin when they met that showed her independent streak as he gifted her the Yenlo Wang Centurion battlemech even though she was only 3 years old. Though her days on Solaris 7 revealed that Denai was not destined to be a champion, she did prove to be a very capable Mechwarrior, and she learned some valuable lessons along the way. A great example of this can be found in the fight between Denai and Shane Shockwave Kirkpatrick in his Phoenix Hawk. She saw how even a strong advantage can be twisted into defeat by a creative use of tactics. In the jungle, Denai forced Kirkpatrick's Phoenix Hawk into close range. However, the Phoenix Hawk was able to avoid lethal hatchet strikes and used its own jump jets to great effect. Eventually, Denai is forced to admit defeat after the Yenlo Wang is hobbled. Now, I bring this backstory up because it informs the reader of Denai as someone who shows one of the most valuable traits a person can possess. Not bravery under fire or a cunning instinct, though Denai does show elements of those traits as well. It is the ability to understand your own limitations and learn from failure, which serves her well in this novel, and I presume will continue to propel Denai Liao Centrella to be one of the major players in the Oakland era. The novel Blood Will Tell begins at the end of a campaign against the Federated Suns. Denai has negotiated a peace that will allow the Confederation to focus on the Republic of the Sphere, which she considers the true future threat. That negotiated peace ends up thrusting Denai into the dangerous and sometimes deadly world of Capellan politics. This process does not leave her unscathed, but she does learn from it, which makes the character all the more endearing. Though Denai is eventually able to successfully make a case for a shift in focus to reclaim formerly Capellan worlds now held by the Republic of the Sphere, it comes at a significant cost. With a lesson learned and the aid of a distant family member turned mentor, Denai sets off. One of the few qualms I have with this book is that there are a few scenes where Denai is on the receiving end of some lessons that seem to drag on and on and on as Denai struggles to understand the point long after the reader does. A certain scene involving a construction of a dam springs to mind. Over the course of the novel, perspective does shift to Republic units in defense of various planets hit by the Capellans. It's a nice break from the Liao stuff, and it helps to muddy the waters of morality in Denai's stated goal of bringing these planets back under the Capellan flag. One of the elements of Blood Will Tell that I appreciate is the moral ambiguity of the actions. All involved parties can make a reasonable claim to the worlds of Elgin, Liberty, and Hall. They had been under Capellan banners for generations following the fall of the Star League, and in the eyes of House Liao, they were unjustly stolen away. From the Republic's point of view, they had fought hard to defeat the Word of Blake and had brought stability and peace to the planets of the Republic. It's also pointed out that while the people of the planets undoubtedly have cultural and ancestral connections to House Liao, those connections were increasingly insignificant with the passage of time. I won't spoil the story, but know that the dreams of a swift victory and the reunification with these worlds does not happen. This tests Denai's resolve and forces her to learn quickly that she cannot be just a Solaris gladiatrix any longer. She has to be more than that to actually be a leader. Jason Schmetzer has done a great job with growing Denai into a character that is sympathetic and powerful. I'm not even a fan of House Liao, but felt myself rooting for Denai to win just to have one more competent and empathetic leader in the Inner Sphere. If you're looking for a BattleTech novel set in the Oakland era that isn't just about how amazing and perfect Alaric Ward is, I would definitely recommend you give Blood Will Tell a go, even if you're not a fan of House Liao. Jason Schmetzer, keep up the great work. I want to hear more about Denai soon. Also, if you are a fan of audiobooks, I would definitely recommend this book in audio format as well. The narration is done by Lisa Lee, and she is amazing. She's one of my favorite audiobook narrators, so check it out. Blood Will Tell, definitely a recommend. That's all I have for you today, folks. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Big thanks to the channel members and Ko-Fi supporters who help keep the nonsense spigot open and flowing. Until I see you next time, take care, and go make the world a slightly better place today and tomorrow.